Now let me show you how hard it can be to be a real estate agent. Let's say that your home is worth $500,000 and you call out an honest real estate agent. The honest agent says to you, I think your house is worth $500,000. And what you should do is you should always get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 different quotes. Let me promise you something, that if you own a home and you are thinking of selling it, you are a very, very powerful person before you sign. All right? You can get the real estate agents to jump through hoops, and really you could get some of those hoops and actually say, I will give you my house for sale if you will jump through the hoops. And some of them would do it. As your confidence increases, I actually thought of this the other day, you could light the hoops, and some of them would still go through it. The honest estate agent, anyway, you say to the honest estate agent, look, thank you very much for coming. I'm glad you told me my home's worth around about $500,000. We've got somebody else coming later. The next person to lob up in the black two-door Beamer that parks across the driveway is, let's call this one Larry the Liar. Larry pulls up and he gets out and he's got his double-breasted black suit on and the oily look and walks up the driveway, and if he was coming to date your daughter, you probably wouldn't let him near the place. But you see, this is business, isn't it? And it's amazing what we do in business. The other night in Melbourne, I actually talked about a financial planner who's a rogue, and his name's Paul Murphy. And later on, I got an email from a man who I didn't realise till I looked at his email address, he was with the police. Now, I wrote back and I said, when I interviewed Murphy for my book, I said, he oozed sleaze. Didn't you pick this? And the cop emailed back. He said, oh yeah, my wife said exactly the same thing, but we thought all financial planners were like that. No, please. There are some clues there. Anyway, Larry comes into your home, and he's walking around. Actually, you can pick the real estate agents in the audience. You know, those that have snuck in pretending to be consumers, and good evening to you as well. Because you're not smiling. You're giving me some filthy looks. And also, those of you who've got recording devices, I just want to tell you, please don't hide them under your jackets. You're welcome to hold them up, okay? Because everything I say tonight, I wanted to get out as much as possible. In fact, I'm happy to walk around with your tape recorder and I'll speak into it for you. Anyhow, Larry, you say to Larry, Larry, what's my house worth? And Larry says, oh, gee, I don't know. This market, the way things are going at the moment, put it to auction. You might get $3 million for it. Now, what you do, of course, is you don't like Larry, but you like the words that are coming out of Larry's mouth. And let me tell you psychologically, and this is an absolute truth, if you want to catch somebody, if you want to trap somebody and have them believe your lies, all you do is tell them what they want to hear. You try it. You try when you go to work tomorrow, you say to some people, gee, you're losing weight. And they say, oh, really am I? Thank you. Okay? You think about this, men, when your wives come back from the hairdresser. If you don't like it, okay, what do you normally say? Gee, it's looking great, isn't it? It's very nice. Some of you don't even notice, which is really worse, of course. But you see, if you tell somebody something that they want to hear, they tend to believe you. So when Larry says, look, it's very hard to tell in this market, put it to auction, you might get 550, 600, you know what you're tempted to do? Sign on the dotted line with Larry. And then the honest real estate agent watches, and he watches you go through the process. You then go through the hoops. You go through the pressure. And then he watches your house get sold for $480,000 or whatever the figure might be. Let me tell you that this has become so endemic, this business of giving false quotes to sellers, that I'll give you a statement from the Real Estate Institute in Victoria that says it's a market reality, agents, that you have to overquote or lie to get the business. It's a market reality. What they want you to do is they want you to sign one of these. And this is a form, and I'll show you I couldn't believe it. If you think it's hard to read there, you want to try reading it up close. The minimum you're allowed to have by law is 6-point print. Doesn't say anything. I thought there was a misprint when I actually saw these, which were the new ones that were issued about 12 months ago. When I saw these, I thought there must be a mistake, that I must have a faded copy, so I went and got a whole batch of them, and they were all the same. The new ones, I'm pleased to say, that have only just come out, are a little bit, just a tad more clear. But it doesn't matter. They want you to sign one of these, and I can assure you that this document that I'm holding in my hand, which is called a selling agency agreement, is designed to protect one person, the real estate agent. It's designed by real estate agents, and it's designed to protect the real estate agents, not the consumers. I haven't seen this ad running for a while because I challenged them and maybe they've stopped it, but this used to say, "Our ethics and rules of practice guarantee your protection." Yep. And in the dictionary, the word guarantee is to protect or indemnify, and indemnify means to compensate. Well, when somebody got aggrieved, in the end I got so sick of seeing that ad, I said, write to the Real Estate Institute and tell them I want to claim on this guarantee. And I got to hand it to the Institute. They wrote back very quickly, and they said, the Institute has no power to award compensation against its members. The lady then wrote immediately back and said, why do you advertise a guarantee if you don't have a guarantee? And that was 2 years ago, and she still hasn't got a reply.